What's cracking, everybody? How's it going? I'm VMAD. Want to talk about some Helldivers 2. Just going to wing it. We're just going to play a clip, a game that I just played recently. And it happened to be a game that I played with a buddy of mine. We got back into contact after this game's release. It was actually after a poor review that I'd done on the game. Um, because my first experience of the game was pretty terrible. I actually had a bunch of bugs. I got stuck in water, like I got frozen. I was like typing in the party chat to like ask for help. I'm stuck in water, and I got the usual toxic comments like player issue and all this stuff. And anyway, I got into this whole argument, and when they could have just like naded me or something to get me out of the water. But anyway, that was like a negative experience. And then like the very next game, I got into a group where I was kicked twice. The first time because I was low level, and then immediately after because they hadn't picked private lobby. And then I got into another game, and then my main weapon disappeared, and then I had some levers, and then so we failed that mission. I wasted time, and then the very next mission after that, I got into a group of teaming griefers. One of which kept following me, and every time the minefield was off cooldown, would like put it directly on me. So I'd have to like navigate through the minefield, putting orbitals on me, nading me, shooting me. That was a pretty toxic experience. Yeah, so that was pretty terrible in itself there. But then after that match, I finally got into a good game. I had a good team. We had 3/4 of the objectives done. I'd been in the match for about 30 minutes maybe. Somewhere around 20 to 30 minutes. And then my game crashed. So after that experience, I left a terrible review on Steam. And then a couple days later, it might have even been the next day, they patched out all the bugs that I'd experienced. I had some buddies hit me up to play with, and I've had nothing but fun. I can honestly say now that the game is top tier in terms of gameplay, graphics. The gunplay itself is really awesome because you'll notice that right now I'm using a heavy machine gun. When you move the gun, it feels heavy. Like it actually feels heavy, like weighty, like the physics of it. When you turn and aim with it, the crosshair will move, and the gun will take a little bit of time to catch up, which adds to a really realistic feel to the game. The same thing can be said about when you traverse the terrain. There's like little dips in the ground. There's bushes and things like that. And so when you actually run into a bush, you get CC'd, like a low-hanging branch or a bush itself. You'll get slowed down. So it makes for, you really need to pick out your movement when you're running around. Like when you're trying to kite bugs or whatever, and they're on your tail, you got to pick your routes pretty well, or you're going to get stuck and slowed down, and you're not going to have a good time. But yeah, as you can see right now, I'm in a squad with 3 other dudes that are pretty decent at the game. They're very high level. My buddy is level 48, and he's got all the U-Butte top-notch stuff. But I feel like I'm holding my own. I'm having fun. I sort of just try and watch their back, and they sort of maintain objectives and stuff like that. Right now I'm running for my life. Those things are scary. Just stomps through buildings. That's another thing that's cool about the game. There's buildings and walls and barrels, boxes, like things that you think you're safe behind. Like if you're versing the machines, they will just destroy it. Like it'll just get nuked. As you just saw the big bug, he just trampled over it. So that adds for like a hectic aspect of survival in the game as well. Just being able to hide and then have all your cover just gone in an instant makes for some crazy events. But yeah, I'm just running with the breaker right now, and I got the machine gun, and I usually run with the guard dog rover, just because it picks off all like the little tiny bugs. And I'm pretty excited because recently I hit level 15, and that means that I have access to the arc gun, And I also have access to the orbital laser, which is like one of the coolest orbitals, I reckon. Just like this massive laser just kept raining down fire from a satellite or a spaceship or whatever in the sky. It looks awesome. It does tons of damage. Yeah, right now the machine gun's just going off the hook. I really like it. It's like one of the starting weapons, and I still think it's good. And the breaker itself is just a shotgun, but it's got like a little bit of armor pen. It's pretty solid. They got nerfed in the last patch, but only minor. Just got like reduced magazine size and some other thing. Can't remember exactly what it was, but it's still pretty good. You'll see these little, that one there is getting zapped. That little bug is called I think it's a hunter, and they leap at you, and they can leap quite far, probably like, I don't know, 30 meters or something, and they just rail you when they hit you. Pretty annoying little bugs, actually. And there's like these stealthy bugs. Sometimes you verse these stealthy bugs, and they're like taking chunks out of your bum without you realizing. They just sort of sneak up on you. They're creepy, man. But yeah, just Helldivers 2 is just an objective-based co-op shooter, and as you can see, we just got another one done. It might be, restore some pipelines, which requires turning some valves, or maybe kill some bug nests, which you got to put some grenades in some holes and blow things up, or a lot of different varying missions. And most of them aren't listed on your missions. Normally you'd hold tab, and you'd hold right click to just scan through the map and see what's available, but sometimes it's a mystery. Sometimes there's secret vaults, and they have like the real cash money in there for the in-game shop, and like some other goodies. Sometimes you get war medals in there, which allow you to unlock more things. And you usually see them with a question mark on the map. Question mark on the map, and just go and explore. So a big part of the game is exploration. I haven't played it enough to sort of know if there's a set route to take or anything like that, but that's the way it feels for me at the moment. That was the breaker right there. As you can see, it's just absolutely shredding. That enemy there is armored on the face, but it just shreds through it. Quite nice. And those big stampy bugs down there, I just call them stampy bugs. I don't know their names. The stampy bug, he has like this weak soft butt. You got to shoot the weak soft butt part. And then there's like these bile spitters too. Those things are nasty. You gotta press Alt and dive out of the way real quick, otherwise you're gonna get roasted. They just melt you away. There's so much damage. But yeah, here's the guard dog rover again. Doing a bit of a zap. Zap, crackle, pop, mate. You got the little kill counter, you'll see it pop up at the bottom with the skulls, ×5. It's like you got like a kill multiplier. I don't know if that has any like effect towards points or anything like that, but I always trying to get a high amount of kills, just in general, just because I feel like you're just being useful, really. Just being useful, watching your teammates back. Got to make sure to keep an eye out for those. See that big red laser that was sitting in the sky? Well, that's a big bomb, big orbital strike, and sometimes you die to that just because you're not aware of the laser. But usually you'll hear the teammate shout it out, which goes the same for most other things. Like if they need to reload, they'll shout it out, reloading, that kind of thing. Which is like the audible information's pretty handy to have. But yeah, like I said, had a terrible experience at the start. Then they patched it. They added mechs too, and oh my goodness, the mechs are amazing. I'm a big fan of mechs in general. I love my armored core and stuff like that. And again, like the physics for the mech, it just feels heavy. It feels strong. It feels sturdy and weighty when you turn it. When you aim, like we have this big Gatling gun on it. When you aim that, like it just feels heavy and satisfying just to mow stuff down. I'll actually just I'll skip a bit forward and we'll show a clip of the mech now. All right, so this actually brings me into another point. You can call in orbital drops, and the way you do that is on the left you'll see some directional inputs. So you'll hold control, and then you'll enter in the inputs and you'll call down various supplies and orbital strikes and stuff like that. In a moment, I'm going to call down my mech, and you can see how awesome they are. So it's going to get into this compound here. You can see by the big blue light shining out of it that that's the extract. We hold control, and then you can see the inputs. And you throw it, it's like a little grenade. And in a few seconds, a ship's going to fly down. And it's going to drop me one of the sickest mechs ever. Teammates are already in theirs, rocking it. I actually do some dumb stuff in here. This was actually a learning experience, this particular match. I learned something, and it's one of those, you find out the hard way experiences. There's the big orbital laser I was talking about earlier. I got that now, so that's cool. And so now, you'll see just in a second, this giant bile bug comes out of the ground. And we start railing it with the Gatling gun, hit it with the rockets. It dies pretty quick, but see the leg? Dude, the leg swings down and KOs my mech man. I was like, holy crap, dude. Alright, so I learned something new there. Do not be anywhere near the big giant falling bugs. Actually, it brings me to another point of the game which I think is really cool. Like, if a bug dies in front of you and the corpse is still there, it will block enemy fire, and it will also block your fire. So that's an awesome feature too. Here's another crucial learning point right here. So I'm dropping my machine gun sentry. I was expecting bugs to spawn on that side. Don't know why they all seem to be on this side here I'm facing, but I dropped the sentry down to think, you know, it'll cover that side and I can just pay attention to the other side. But then, bam! That mows me down. Everything in this game kills you. Your teammates can kill you. Your own orbitals can kill you. The enemies kill you. It's so intense, dude. And that's what makes it fun. In terms of co-op shooters, this is the best I've ever played. This is definitely the most fun. To be honest, it's actually not my favorite genre of game. But I do find this one enjoyable. And yeah, so my recommendation is you pick it up. So now the ship, it flies in and it picks everybody up, but not me because I'm dead like an idiot. I died, and you know, for that we don't get as many points. Alright, mission complete. Done and dusted. We did well. Except for me dying at the end. That was a pretty good run. Get the 150% bonus because of the difficulty. I believe it's suicide. Oh, we missed an objective. See, that's what I'm talking about exploration. Got to explore a little bit harder. But, you know, despite my noob gameplay, we can check the scores and stuff. Who's that on top, eh? Who's got top kills, huh? Top accuracy. Oh, I think it's ImVmad. Oh, I've done pretty well for myself, eh? Made up for that noob moment. Anyway, enjoy your day/night. Catch you later. See ya.